It began with gambling. Numtongue was sipping from a cup of blue tea while he read the morning's newspaper. The Lascorian Gazette was delivered to the Wandering Inn, and he loved reading it, especially with the crosswords that Aaron had helped Olesem make. There had been an incident with a librarian and palace, but that was below the level of ordinary events in the Wandering Inn. He was relaxing. Blue tea, an Aaron invention that only someone like Magnolia could love. At least it was blue. Also, possibly poisonous. Previous experiments had not gone well. It was a low-effort addition to her magical foods menu. Blue tea gave you a super blue tongue for about a day. Aaron had made it to prank Lassica. The chef had not been amused. Salas and many others had been. As the hobgoblin drank, someone walked up to him and handed him a card. Mersha. The hobgoblin's soul bard took it and read, "You're mean." He turned the card over and then looked at Mersha. The Knoll girl scowled up at him. She was holding her head, which still hurt. The hobgoblin saw two more little glares from Visma and Akira.
"You asked for it."
He gave Mersha a singularly unsympathetic look. As was her wont, the Knoll had decided that, along with being a druid and wizard and possibly a princess, she also wanted to be a fabulous warrior. She had asked Numtongue to train her, which he had in the way of the Red Fangs. He had gently hit Mersha and her friends until they decided that they really didn't want to level that badly.
"Warrior class is not for you. Red Fang goblins hit and get hit. Cute gnolls are too weak."
Mersha continued to glower at Numtongue. She walked off in a huff as the bard went back to his post-breakfast reading and drink. He was getting soft, used to the comforts of the inn. For instance, the Numtongue of last year would have been on edge all the time, even with head-scratcher, bad arrow, bug ear. Numtongue paused. No, bug ear had never made it here. Even with Rabbit Eater and Shorthilt, he had never been completely relaxed. But these days, he didn't even blink when the silver rank adventurer slid into a seat across from him. It was still rare, but Captain Erlia of Gemhammer wasn't exactly new to the Wandering Inn.
"Hey, Numtongue. You have a minute?" "Sure."
He put down his newspaper. The former mining leader shifted in her seat. She looked embarrassed, but she came out with it quickly, searching around for watching eyes. Few people gave Numtongue a second glance except for the newcomers. They tended to be directed to the dozen or so signs that hung around the inn that all said the same thing.
It's just that we're on break. From the dungeon, I mean. Fia slipped when we were removing this trap. Laid her arm open to the bone. And we also ran into some armor-bite slimes. Nasty. Our gear's getting repaired, so we're sick of the dungeon for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, we were thinking about doing some old-fashioned mining. There's plenty of deposits if we stick to the area around Lascor's Valley. We were wondering if you had any good spots.
The bard blinked and studied Erlia. The human woman seemed embarrassed. They had traded mining talk a few times. Gemhammer, along with a small group, were aware of Numtongue's uncanny mining ability. Well, anyone who saw Mersha's silver ball, which was literally silver, or Numtongue tossing uncut rubies at Octavia, knew the hobgoblin had talent. Pyrite's talent. Decades of knowledge given to Numtongue. Erlia swallowed.
We'd, give you a 20% cut of what we mine. And if we could borrow that door of yours? Sure. Good vein in the cave next to door. Watch out for something in the cave. Think it's acid maggots or something.